Good evening, folks, and welcome to Colorado Springs. I'm the sheriff around this, Sheriff Dagnabbit, but y'all can just call me the sheriff if you'd like. I'm glad to see y'all made it here tonight, and well, before the town meeting gets us started, I need your help. I need your suggestions. What type of problems do you think a small town like Colorado Springs would have? What are some issues that could arise in this dusty little town? And just drop your answers in the town chat, please, if you don't mind. Well, in the meantime, I'd like y'all to please enjoy a drink at the local saloon, or a lady also down at the local saloon, and listen to a man on the honky-tonk also down at the local saloon. We have got a really good local saloon here. And we've got some strange folk here as well. I mean, good folk, but some strange folk. Don't talk to old, Toenail Chuck. He'll take your toenails. He'll do it. But don't worry about him too much, because we got other people here. And you know who else we got? We got your friends here too. That's right. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. Your friends are here. Your friends are here. Well, and over here we have our man on the piano, Mr. Ballandier. Now, sometimes when he speaks, you can't hear the words he says. He's a little shy sometimes, but as a local sheriff, I inspire.
Howdy. I say howdy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hi there. I'm here to introduce y'all to some of the crazy kooky characters we got here in Colorado Springs. I hope you like songs, cause that's what I got. Well, down at the medicine store, the apothecary that's true is a fella by the name of Twigby Thurgood, and he'll heal you. If you get scraped and scorned and even shot up, he's got a leech that'll heal you good. It's Twigby Thurgood. Tell him about yourself.
Oh, well, my name's Dr. Twigby Thurgood. I like it's been said, I'm the one with a doctorate in the town. I handle most of the ailments what happen in Colorado Springs. Also, I got a number of other unappreciated skills, but it's all I can do to keep this town folks alive. I'll tell you what. Maybe you'll find out about it.
I'm certain you will. And down at the cat house, a lady by the name of Big Bertha Brown. She'll slob all over your knob and make sure that you're going to town. She's going to town on you, Bertha.
Hi there, boys and girls. My name's Big Bertha Brown, and I can turn you upside, downside, and all the way right round. And I am just the funnest girl in town, and I will look at your ceiling all night long. All right.
And if you want something to get those crabs off you, you gotta go to the general store. And that's where a feller by the name of Dutch Mudd he'll get you right, and he'll take care of you. Now, what's on sale at the general store?
Well, got a lot of trousers. The trousers are on sale right now at the general store. Come on down, get yourself a pair of trousers. Say you already got too many trousers? Well, trousers soiled. Go get yourself some brand new trousers. Tell you. Are they better than the fresh pair of trousers with that freshest cotton linen from the east?
Yeah, we got Asian trousers, fresh right off the boat. They'll cover up your tuchus and you won't have to float anymore. And if you want to learn something, get yourself on to the library. Yeah, Daisy Jane Tarnation, I can tell you what to read if you want to know what to read. Daisy.
Well, our selection in this town is, I would say surprisingly small, but it's really no surprise. But realistically, what we need is we need a school. We used to have one, I've been told, but apparently all the children left. I don't know where they went. I swear I hear them laughing outside my window all the time. Why aren't those children in school? Are they ghosts? They can't be ghosts. They're not ghosts, right? Balladeer? Are there ghost Sheriff, are there ghost children in this town?
Well, that's something that we'll never know, 'cause the ghosts ain't here. The ghosts don't know. Ghosts can't tell you if they are ghosts. That's a part of the curse of being a ghost. A Colorado Springs, it's a crazy place, if you hadn't quite guessed. And the guy who's in charge of it all is not the mayor, but the sheriff, and here he is.
Well, yeah, I'm the sheriff around these parts, like man, maybe say once before. And I came. My daddy was the sheriff. My daddy's daddy was the sheriff before that. So really, that's the only reason I've gotten into this position at all, is because I don't know, I was just kind of birthed into it. But after my wife got taken by bandits and my daughter left me to go be a big shot theater actress, I really started to take my job more seriously around these parts, and that's all I've got left. That's it.
And of course, the final character in Colorado Springs is you, the nice little viewer. You're gonna help us shape this story, so I hope you put your suggestions in the chat.
Woo!
Well, everyone gather around. Welcome. Thank you for making it out tonight to the town meeting. Now I know there are a lot of issues going on.
So many.
As I'll go for, Sheriff. I expect something done, Sheriff.
Well, this is exactly why I've got the three of you, because I respect the three of you very much for what you do in this town. And we got a lot of people out here that need certain issues solved. And I thought I'd call the three of you in.
No, I ain't no good for none of this.
Yeah. Well, Daisy Jane. Well, you know what? You came at the perfect time.
Taught me how to read, that's for sure.
Well,
You were a quick study. I was impressed.
You were a quick finisher. How about?
Well, we've got some children at this town meeting. Okay, all right.
We do?
Well,
They ain't ghosts neither.
There are live children here.
Oh, Daisy Jane, it's okay. Don't freak out. Now, I'm gonna pose some questions to you, and I want y'all's opinion on them, okay? And we need to fix some of these things. Okay, looking at this, answers one thing.
There's so many problems. How do we even start?
I know.
Tell me about it.
Guns. First issue. Guns don't work no more. Now I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is referring to just like they don't end squabbles, or if that just for some reason ammunition is not firing out of these guns. I can see both of them being true. But what are we gonna do about this? Our guns don't work no more. Do you have any suggestions?
Well,
people?
I do think that perhaps we relied too heavily on guns and aggression in the past, and maybe this is actually an opportunity to find ways to look into other solutions that are more peaceable and cause less damage. I mean, I've done many a stitching up, but with I call them gun bites. And I'd love to see the gun bites go down.
Amen. I totally agree with Dr. Twigby. From my perspective, nothing that can be solved with a gun won't be solved with a blowjob faster. So the next time that you have an altercation, don't think about pulling out your gun, pull out your wiener. All right, that's my answer. You're welcome.
Well, I know that I wasn't born here. I moved here to live with my Grammy, but Grammy always said there was nothing happening in Colorado Springs that a good hammer beating couldn't solve. So I say, why don't we just go back to that? It sounds like it worked. She's always talking about the good old days. So I say a hammer in every hand.
Oh boy, I have to
Well.
get out my hammer sewing kit again. Comes to
Reminds
that.
me of my childhood.
Okay, well, very interesting suggestions. Thank you very much. All right, I'll just go straight on to another one. This is from one of our oldest town folks, Robert Kirkendall.
He's so old.
He's so old.
He's not old where it counts, let me tell you.
Oh, is he related to Bob?
Again, I didn't get this job because I studied for it. Okay.
No,
True.
no, you didn't.
I did.
Sure did.
Robert says, there ain't enough locals to form a posse. And I gotta say,
true.
That's actually, we got maybe about 8 people in the town. 9 sometimes if we got a passerby. And that is an issue, especially for me as the sheriff here, So what do you suggest? How do we get more people in the town? What do we do about the dearth of human life that we have in our town?
Oh, yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, I suppose we could try marketing it for tourism and maybe start being a posse something that would be interesting to out-of-town folks. Make it kind of an attractive weekend proposition. Then kind of schedule it accordingly, That might be good, something that the printing press is good for. I got that up when I write for my prescriptions. I could whip that into making some tourism brochures.
Not a bad idea.
Now, I'm sorry, Doctor, but I gotta say I hate that idea. Now, listen, what we gotta do is go down to Mr. Muddy's store, all right? Get us as much plywood, trousers, and paint as we can, okay? And we're gonna cut out, if you ever seen Blazing Saddles, you'll know what I'm saying. We're gonna cut out an entire town of people, all right? And we're gonna dress them up, pants included, obviously. And just line them up, and then when we need a posse, bingo, bango, you just line up them cardboard people. Bada boom.
Artificial posse.
Beats an artificial pussy. Oh boy.
I would say that if everybody had a hammer, you wouldn't need a posse, but
That's a good point.
I just had the most marvelous idea. Back home, we had something called the mob, and they would make people do all sorts of things that were good for the community. So I'm sure that if we wrote to the head person, whatever, I think his name was Dan, maybe it was not, I can't remember. If we wrote to the mob, I'm sure they'd send over some lovely gentlemen, particularly if we gave them a hammer. And then we wouldn't have to deal with all those tourists. It might disrupt the ghosts.
Okay. Very interesting idea. Dr. Twigby, thank you again very much for your answers. They seem to be very concise and actually useful, helpful.
I try.
Well, you do a damn good job, let me tell you. And the rest of you do a wonderful job. I'm not trying to diss anyone. We got time for one more question here. Okay. Yes. Town local, Clara LeBlue.
Oh, I love her. She's so sweet.
Oh, she's the
Here's
best.
right. Clara, there she is, out right there. There she is.
Oh, there she goes. Hi, Clara.
Hey there, girl.
Just riding right by.
I mean,
by the building.
this is an issue, and I know we all know this is an issue. There's just too much dust.
Oh, she's
Oh, my
everywhere.
goodness.
There's just too
Tell
much
me
dust in
about
this.
it.
Okay, panel. How are we gonna fix this dust problem?
Well, let's pave some damn roads for a change. Just lay down some asphalt so the carts will run better, and the dust, there won't be dust to blow around and cause so much asthma. Train everyone for gun bites and asthma, and then sometimes the gun bites aggravate the asthma.
Well, I think people are spending too much damn time outside when you could be spending time in my establishment, you know. Why don't kick up dust and you can kick up your feet, you know what I'm saying? So I would say
that one.
less dust, more lust.
That is catchy.
Less dust,
Thank you.
more lust.
Now, see, I like the dust. I think the dust is great because if you gather enough of it and you blow it, then you might be able to see it land on those spectral children and they will appear.
My God.
However, I understand that asthma is an issue, and in the library we have books that shouldn't get dust on them, and we just keep them hermetically sealed. So I say, if you want to avoid dust, just go down to the general store, get yourself one of those glass caskets.
I have one.
Sit inside of that glass casket, and you won't get any dust on you. Might be a great way to sleep.
It could sound kind of peaceful. Well, very good. I think this has been a very, very good time. Unfortunately, due to budgetary issues, we can only solve one of these issues.
Nuts.
Well, that's just how it goes. But, try to think. There must be a way that we can maybe mix. I've got it. 2 in 1. Yes.
Ooh, I love a 2-in-1.
Now, I think what we should fix is, might be a little personal.
Yeah, you want to tell them to settle down out there while we're having a meeting?
Well, my boys are out there doing a hard day's work, okay? And I'm gonna tell them that these sirens, doing,
They're kicking up all that dust.
Well, I know they're kicking up all that dust, but you know what? We're gonna have to pave the roads later. We're gonna have to pave the roads at another time, okay? Here's what we're gonna do. I need myself a posse, okay? But I think this could be a twofer. We will attract more people into the town by tourism. Now, we're going to use that printing press, okay? And we're also going to use that slogan of yours, Big Bertha Brown.
Oh,
Less dust, more lust. Come on down to Colorado Springs.
Amen.
Okay.
I love it.
Colorado Springs. Yes, excuse me. Excuse me, I forgot the name of my own town for a moment. Not that I'm looking at elsewhere. That sounds good to me. What about you folks?
Love it.
Right. That's
Good.
the thing.
More tourists.
I mean, if
more
you
time
want
for
to
me.
encourage that kind of behavior, I suppose I can expand the romance section.
Yes, Daisy Jane. Oh, you're an absolute gem. I
You're
would
a
love
gem.
that.
Might as well call
I
that
will need
education.
some extra hammers, though.
I don't
We'll
think you
supply
should give Oh, that's a bad idea, I think.
We'll a couple.
Okay.
Well, Doc,
Very
have you
good.
ever seen those men after they read the romance section?
They're hammered after that.
Well, that's what they did, and they got right down to work. They started to expand the cat house, and boy, did they do that. Got it so big that it had a pool right on the roof, like a swimming pool. The kind of pool that you want on the roof. It's gonna be a real nice pool on the roof where everybody can get down to their skivvies and dance around. But, well, anyhow, that's a story for another time. So they expanded the cat house, like I say, and started to invite everybody around, everyone from outside of town, and I'm talking about real weirdos now, the kind of people who just lived in the caves right outside of town. They'd been out there for many generations. They'd kind of developed their own language. They didn't even really look like people so much anymore. And let's see how that goes.
I just came in from out of town. Oh, this is really something special. I think I just came out from this cave and I see nothing like it. What do you think, Chuck?
Yeah, boy, I can't wait to get up onto that ceiling pool.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful frescoes on those ceilings.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I believe they got women here too. I ain't never seen one of them.
I only heard tell, but thanks to this very well printed brochure, it certainly did seem inviting.
Well, hello there, boys. Welcome to the town of Colorado Springs.
Well, hi there.
Howdy.
I'm looking for a couple of boys to join my posse. You see,
Oh, what's that?
well, it would be like my crew of people that would ride along these horses. Although I've been told that they're too big somehow.
Oh, horse is too big. I heard about a town had that problem.
Yes,
They all died.
Y'all died.
That is what happened. So we kind of have these brooms that we like for the moment until we find ourselves some real horses to get up.
Now that is a good problem. That is a good problem solving right there.
Now if that
It's
interests
great.
you
It's
boys,
also great because it kicks up a lot of dust.
Oh, I can't wait to kick up all that dust.
So much dust.
well, take
Great.
take my business card. Take my business card. I'm down to the
Oh,
sheriff's
yeah,
station.
sure
If you all right, boys. Enjoy your time in Colorado Springs now.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Oh, where? We went wrong ways.
Oh, just
Sorry,
passing
Jeff.
through. Oh, just pass. I walked
Howdy,
wrong way.
Sheriff.
Howdy there, Bertha.
Any business for me? These men look like they might be human.
Well, I must say you've been keeping quite busy. I haven't seen you for about 2 days.
Oh, tell me about it. All I've seen is the ceiling.
Lord,
And sometimes a bedpost and occasionally a pillowcase, but mostly ceiling.
you gotta treat yourself to that ceiling pool every now and then.
I sure do.
Really good.
Why don't you treat yourself tonight, Sheriff? Get about your duties then.
Oh, that's why I drink. Now, it's lonely out here. It's lonely for a sheriff.
Sheriff, I'm sorry. You want me to go away and come back later if
No,
I'm
Doc-
interrupting your
Oh,
monologue?
Dr. Twigby, please. If you have something to come in and tell me, please come in.
Yeah, I'm just getting concerned. I mean, yeah, I guess this has helped the local economy and kind of made, helped out a few of these decisions. But there's so much more dust. I think the locals, I'm just worried about your upcoming election. I mean, I just think you should be prepared, and you might have someone else running against you this year.
Running against me? No, ain't nobody ever run against me before, Doctor. That's
Until today,
Dutch mud.
that's right, Sheriff Dagnabbit. All these people you done brought into the town. I mean, yeah, good for business, good for my business, but I'll tell you, they're leaving their trash all over the place. Now there's dust and trash everywhere. I'm sure that's bad for asthma, ain't that right, Doctor?
Oh, yeah. And also, they keep eating the trash.
Well, see, now that sounds like a problem that could fix itself.
Well,
They make the trash,
what are
but
the
then they
goats-
eat it.
What are the farm goats supposed to eat if all the visitors
Exactly.
eating the trash?
Oh,
Exactly.
damn Dutch. I don't know. I didn't study for this. I wasn't expecting all these people. The only 8 townspeople, that's the most that I could, Sheriff, because we ain't had no problems. We had none.
Well, it seems that your ineptitude at leading this town, the sheriff, because you were born into it, has reached its end, Sheriff.
Well,
I'm running against you.
Well then, I ain't gonna go easy on you, Dutch. I know we're old friends, and this is kind of hurting my feelings. But I will beat you in battle.
I'll see you at the town hall. High noon.
There's a debate in town. There's a
There's a
debate in town.
debate. There's a debate.
Oh,
Debate in town. There's a debate.
debate.
Debate?
Love a good debate.
All right. Okay. Welcome everyone to the debate. I don't know if I'm even allowed to be facilitating this debate.
Well, on account we ain't got no judge or
According
mayor
to the
here.
rule book, there are no rules about debating in Colorado Springs, so I say
Amen.
anything goes, gentlemen.
Ain't no rules for debating.
No rules. I didn't even know there was a rule book. But good to know that ain't no rules. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my opponent here and longtime friend Dutch Mud is running against me, saying that I created a muck and a mess of this town. All right? All I tried to do was bring in enough people to keep us safe. And I know some may argue that we were already safe, and that by
I'll
bringing
argue.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good argument, and I shouldn't have brought it up. Okay. and I God damn it! I ain't good at this. All right. I see my time to Dutch for the moment being.
Hi, everybody in town and visitors.
Hi, Dutch.
Also
Hi.
get a vote in this matter, as it seems, because there are no rules. I ask you all. The sheriff here says that we were unsafe without these visitors to our town. But this was a small town before, where everybody knew everybody, and any transgression could be solved with a gun or a hammer.
Or a blowjob.
Thank you,
Or
Big
2
Bertha.
hammers.
Now, if that was how it stayed, I'd be fine with that. But now I got people I ain't never seen before running around my general store, making me all nervous about who's hiding behind the corner. Do you want your children afraid of who's behind the corner? Not me. I can see the rest of my time.
Now, as some of you may know, that the only children that we have in town have already passed, and they live on through ghostly spirits. So, are we truly afraid of that our children are going to be hurt when they can walk through the wall, when they can walk through our bodies and into our dreams and or nightmares? I say no. Now, I say, and I stand strong with this, that I was doing the best I could to expand this town. And you know what? I wasn't going to say it, but I wanted there to be a second Starbucks. I was going to put it on the end of town, and so you wouldn't have to walk all the way past the saloon to get to the other one. You know, that's about 50 paces. And, you know, all these things I was going to do for you as your sheriff. But, you know, if I'm going to be replaced, then I guess these are things that ain't going to be done. All right?
Oh, it's a good point. Dutch Mud, what are some of the, if you were to be elected sheriff, what are the first things you would change?
Well, Doctor, let me tell you. The sheriff, he wants to tell you, he wants to paint pretty pictures for you, talking about extra Starbucks. But I tell you, why do we need an extra Starbucks? Coffee makes me go to the bathroom, gives me dysentery. You know what we ain't got for a long time since it burned down? An outhouse? When the sheriff gonna fix the town outhouse?
Yeah, murmur.
Well, I'd change. I'd put out an ad for a carpenter, build us a new outhouse.
Ooh.
Maybe they'd want to stay after seeing how much work is available, seeing as how nobody here knows how to use a hammer for nothing but beating people.
Oh, Dutch, he makes a good
That
point.
would be most constructive.
Indeed.
I have a question, gentlemen. As you both know, business for me is doing exceptional after the what I assume are human being tourists have come through our town. But I have had a very terrible case of dusty innards, as they might say. So my question to you is, if either elected or remained elected, as the case may be, what are you gonna do about all this damn dust?
I'll take this question first. You ever heard of a broom? Huh? You can take it out there to the street all you want, but what's underneath that? More dust, you know? And the same principle can be applied even if you pave the roads. What's going to happen? It's going to rain, and in a few hundred years, you're going to have to repave it, right? So that's everything is just temporarily. It's a temporary fix when you think about it, and you put these things into real, true perspective. Now, I don't know if you want me, Bertha, to tell you once again to use that ceiling pool or take a shower. The insides of you don't need to be dusty. That's a personal hygiene issue, and and honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to hear about that anymore. Okay.
Well, I never.
I apologize. I'm getting a little upset here.
I hear you do often.
That's the sheriff for you, everybody. Rather than trying to fix a problem, he's trying to say it's your problem.
Oh no,
Well,
no, that sounds like a you problem to me. So
Yeah.
Oh, he did it again!
He did it again. He did it again, everybody. Now, clearly the dust problem, that is a large problem. Now, being the person that runs the general store, I meet a lot of people from out of town. I hear some things. Some other towns have done about their dust problem. I believe I have a solution. I put out some questionnaires out there. I believe I might have found a solution to the dust problem. There was a town down south called Schitt's Creek. They apparently fixed their dust problem with this very manner. And I propose, if elected, that we summon the town funds to hire ourselves a town witch.
Oh, a town witch. Would a town witch's healing properties cross over with my duties?
That's a good question.
Well, we can get ourselves a specialty witch that does not have any healing properties, but instead inflicts curses, thus giving you more opportunities for healing.
Oh, that would be. Oh, that makes sense.
Now, sirs, I actually moved to Colorado Springs to live with my Grammy because I was being accused. I was accused of being a witch, seeing as I'm a woman and I can read.
Makes sense.
How do we know that this will be a real witch and not just a woman who can read or has feelings?
Amen.
What's the difference?
You know, Daisy Jane,
that's right. Sir.
you got the job.
Oh!
Does this mean we'll get a school?
Hell no.
Now I just want to bring it to everyone's attention in this room right here, right now. Y'all are making a big mistake here by electing Dutch Mud. Now, sure, that witch in Schitt's Creek may have gotten rid of the dust, but you know what it was replaced with? I'll let you guess. Shit.
Joy.
Now that's speculation, because I ain't never heard of this town. I ain't never been there before. But it sounds plausible. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where I end my wedding speech.
Boy, Sheriff, you make an excellent point.
Thank you, one person.
Everybody, stop and think about this. What does every small town need? Produce. What grows produce? Fertile land. What makes fertile land? Shit.
Oh, Dutch, you make a good point.
So it's a win-win.
You know what?
Also, crop rotation.
All right. Well,
How'd she know
according-
that?
Well, it's time for voting. All right. We better put in the votes.
According to the town rules, we vote. Oh, just by yelling.
I can see y'all vote.
Yeah, we can all just raise our hands.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's just the loudest ones and the ones with most left standing at the end of the debate who wins. So
Yes, sir. I say give Dutch Mud a chance.
I got my hammer.
All in favor for Dutch Mud, raise your
Oh,
hands.
I'm here for Dutch Mud.
Dutch Mud.
Sorry, Sheriff.
Got my hammer and all.
Well, looks like it's unanimous.
Damn it, you won by
Fantastic.
lance.
Daisy Jane, if you can get on that witchcraft and get rid of that dust for us, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Sure. How much funding do I have to open the school?
Oh, that's
Oh, she's so funny.
Yes.
Looks like I'm gonna go read up on some curses.
Well, what I got to say is that Dutch Mud became the mayor.
Yeehaw.
That's a cross between the mayor and the sheriff, and everybody wanted him to do good. That's why they voted for him. Well, then, after a while, what's her name? Daisy Jane. She got down to some kind of crazy witchcraft and tried to divert a river. And if that thing, the dangdest thing you ever done heard. 6 months later, things are good, thriving here in Colorado Springs. Then that old sheriff, well, he's also fine. I guess we'll find out what's going on with him. Okay, but here's the thing, is that something else is happening. Something's coming down the pike. One final problem for the town to solve that no one's gonna like.
Oh,
Sheriff, I got your morphine.
Well, thank you, Doctor.
Giving them out free.
That's a
Yeah, that's
modified
how you
morphine
take
you
it.
got there.
Yep, morphine bites. Washed down by a swig of beer. Ah, well, you
It's
done
like the doctor ordered. Ain't that right, Doctor?
Exactly.
Ain't things been better since I've been made sheriff?
It does seem like you are off to a very strong start, Dutch. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm. Strong start, bad finish. This is the mud motto.
Oh. Well, is there any way to avoid that part?
I wouldn't worry about it none. I'm
No.
sure it's just and one of them family mottos that started way back when. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, we got an entire river diverted. Now we got riverside property.
It's true. Now the home values have gone up very, very high.
Don't that make you feel good?
Well, yeah, I mean, so the cost of living's gone up a lot, and the foundations of some of the buildings are getting pretty wet and weak. Kind of.
Oh, Sheriff.
Oh, Bertha.
I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
Bertha?
I'm not used to running. Oh, there.
Why you been running, Bertha?
The river has turned into a river of shit, and it's heading this way. And I don't know what to do. My whole whorehouse is just covered in shit. I got shit innards, and we got shit coming.
Bertha, I mean, have you ever tried using a bath, Bertha, to get the shit in us out?
Oh, I don't.
I was just running away. Listen, okay.
Listen,
Whore
listen,
rule
I can't-
number one. Okay, you don't take baths when you're a whore. I tried to explain this to the previous sheriff, and I'll explain it to you.
listen,
We cut the Bertha talking to the old sheriff. Did they buy it? Did they believe it?
Oh my God, no, they didn't believe it. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. I ran in there, I said what I said.
It's all right. It's all right. But I need you to get them down there because I need to get out of town so I could get back my sheriff pad.
Oh my God, you
Now
need to dry out first. All right, now you put that damn bottle down. Okay, if you had spent more time in the whorehouse and less time in the saloon, you wouldn't be in this situation.
Well, I got nothing left, Bertha. I got nothing left. But what am I gonna do? Go on a search for my daughter after all these years? Huh? I mean, sometimes I think you got her eyes. I don't know. I'm just an old sad man now, and I got no job. I just got vengeance in my heart. And
Daisy, I need to talk to you in the library quick.
There you go, dealing with that river of shit you made up.
well, let me know if they're exposed and in a place that I could maybe kill them.
well, Sheriff Mudd, I'm trying to get into the library, but it seems to be locked.
Okay,
Seems like the library would be a good place for you.
I'm off.
What? Let me help you out. Yeah. Daisy, that
Yes,
done witchcraft you done. Did you curse the town with your witchcraft? Everybody's coming around telling me those rivers are shit. Now, I said shit was
Well-
good for the ground, but not rivers of it.
Sheriff, all I did was divert the outdoor privy that people were using when the outhouse burned down away from the main street of town. You
But
know what that
main street-
means? That means it goes down the hill, which results in rivers of excrement.
Oh, you done did me wrong, Daisy. Oh, if only I had the school here for some learning, I would have known better. I would have known that gravity was a thing.
That's true. You know, I've got a whole series of books on animal husbandry and whatnot that you might want to read.
Who wants to get married to an animal, Daisy? That's just wrong. How did the sheriff do it? I've been so busy trying to keep my general store afloat and solving people's problems. I ain't thought about none of the ramifications.
I think I might have a
sheriff out here. Come on out.
Well, never mind. I'll keep it to myself.
Don't leave. All right.
I'm looking for the sheriff.
I am the man that runs the general store and also is sheriff on the side.
They call me Dusty Bob.
Are you related to Robert?
Which Robert?
Kirkendall?
Oh, he's a good guy. Well, distantly. We catch up every once in a while.
Oh no, not one of the Kirkendall boys.
That's right, Dusty Bob Kirkendall. That's me. And I'm the dustiest outlaw you ever did meet. For so long, this place has been protected by all the dust. I didn't even see it. Through my own layer of dust, you see, what I carry around with me. But now, since you put that river out there, the moisture's kept the dust down, and I see your town. I'm coming for you.
It sure looks like a job for two sheriffs.
Whoever heard of a town with two sheriffs?
Used to be a sheriff might want to come over here right now.
Mr. Dusty Bottom of Kirkendall, this is something that I could do. Perhaps something from my general store. I got some fine trousers if you'd be looking for some of that.
We'll take your trousers. We'll take your money. We'll take all the glass caskets you got.
Oh,
take this town by the horns. And
now
also,
I got anything to say about it.
What?
Took you long enough.
I walked the wrong way. No. Maybe you don't recognize me, Dusty Bob.
Well,
I'm
who is?
Maybe
I gotta squint through my own dust.
My old uniform.
Oh!
Ow!
Sheriff Dagnabbit.
That's right. Been a long time since I've seen you. I don't know where your brother is. Maybe them tales are right, and you got split off ways. Yous was just too dusty.
He didn't cotton to my dusty ways. It's too dusty for him. He has allergies.
Yeah.
Well, that's convenient.
The only thing I'm allergic to is like goodness and good guys.
Well, within the brief 20 minutes since I last spoke to an absurd person, I've changed my ways again. And Dutch Mud, you've been doing a good job running this town. I admit it. You're a better sheriff than I ever was, but right now, the two of us need to work together.
Well, I think that's a good idea, because I just about had it being sheriff. It's too much running a general store and a sheriff. Who wants to have two jobs?
It's called overextending yourself, man.
I've done that.
I do that all the time.
Now, Dusty Bob, I want you to get the hell out of here.
Wait, your guns work again? I thought they didn't work.
I got
that
an
was a
idea,
problem
Sheriff.
you've had for a long time.
Our librarian realized that they didn't have the hammers.
Learning!
Sheriff, let's not run them out of town just yet. I believe the vast amount of accumulated dust on this, good sir, is just enough dirt and dryness that we need to stop a river.
A river of shit.
You came to run this town to the ground, but instead you're gonna save it, Dusty.
Now come with us, Dusty Bob.
Let's
show you.
That's good. Let me grab my broom.
Sweeping all the dust off of me.
Now look at that. Now look at that, Dutch Bud.
All my dust.
The whole river of shit's just drying up. Well,
Beautiful.
now throw him on that mule's back and get him out of here.
Brilliant. I loved it. Oh, you're so manly. Blowjobs for everybody.
Just want to
Gentlemen,
introduce
I
everybody
see that the river
to
of
the
shit
sheriff.
has dried up.
Oh,
Get it
The
has.
Well,
river
thanks
of
to-
excrement, and is now a paved road.
a paved road.
Hayes will play it, one might say.
No, I suppose I'm a little put out that we don't have the budget for a schoolhouse, but a paved road is a nice thing to have.
Well,
We'll work on
Daisy-
getting you that schoolhouse.
I was thinking about that. One of maybe, but the last things I was thinking about, Sheriff, is, well, most of our children died in the fire that took the outhouse. So why don't you run the school out of the cemetery?
Now there's an idea.
Each all
Say.
those ghosts.
That's not a bad idea. You know, those Kirkendall boys, they have that big old crypt or mausoleum what doesn't have any bodies in it
Yeah.
because they're all still alive.
Yeah.
I could probably turn that into a single room schoolhouse, and I could do adult education on the weekends.
There you go.
Sure.
Teaching kids to be dead inside.
And all those
And
ghosts will finally
Maybe
learn.
some of you would learn to read.
Oh, God.
Anyone?
Ooh.
Even just with the alphabet.
I kind of just go by
Big
an
improvement.
approximated spelling.
I've gotten
Listen.
everything I've gotten by not studying.
That would ruin
Well.
my business.
If God wanted me to read, he would have taught me reading.
Oh, but we should increase the defense budget again, for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well,
We
here's
need
the
a
thing,
posse.
Now, this town ain't big enough for a posse, and that's something I've realized throughout this entire venture, but I could really use a deputy, Dutch. What do you say?
I'll be honest, Sheriff.
Yeah.
Really.
Wow.
Love it. So good.
Yeehaw, everybody.
I'm going to take the Wells Fargo wagon out of here.
I'm gonna get back to work.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed your visit to our beautiful little town, Colorado Springs, and the fancy people that you've met here and the stories that you've learned. Really important stuff. Now, I want you to take this story and I want you to pass it on. Tell it to your children if they ain't ghosts already. Tell it to somebody in the whorehouse. Tell it to somebody that you don't know on the street. Make a Craigslist post. Or don't tell
Put it
nobody
on
at all.
Nextdoor.
And I hope you just enjoyed it. Now, some of our favorite people here.
Mhm.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. That's a little rude.
Hmm.
Some of these people in this in these town hall meetings, they joined us through Patreon. Now, it's a beautiful group of folks there, and we have some very special stories that we tell there, and that they get to go and tell other people of as well. And that's over at Patreon/YourFriendsComedy. Right? It's a fun time, and you know, if you're in the chat and you're one of our patrons, why don't you tell everybody how good it is? Now, thank you very much. Get the hell out of here, y'all, and I hope you come back to
Come on
Colorado
back,
Springs.
y'all.
Bye now. Come on.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw us,
Okay.
everyone.
Yeehaw us.
Giddy up.
And a good yeehaw to you. Oh, where's my hammer?
Oh, did you get one of them? Oh,
Ghost child.
Yeah.
You know, it's time I took off these glasses.